So I'm a tuna, Tuna. I'm a turned up non-affiliate. You see, in LA, everybody's not gangbangers. There's people that was born and raised in the hood that didn't get put on the gang. For whatever reason, they're not running with a gang, and they are what they call the non-affiliates. I'm a non-affiliate. But then you have a different type of non-affiliate, a tuna, a turned up non-affiliate. That's what I am. I'm a turned up non-affiliate. I'm from Watts. I was born and raised. Everybody I know, everybody I went to school with was gangbangers. I know so many dead people, so many people that'll never get out of jail, but I'm not from a gang. But I still have that fire up in me. I'm turned up. A turned up non-affiliate will do anything that a gangbanger, a blood would do, a Paru, a Crip would do, a dude from Hoover. Sometimes you mistake the turned up non-affiliate for a Hoover. Or a person from neighborhood or something, and this person don't even bang. His brothers do, his cousins do, his mama and his daddy probably even do. But this person is not from a gang. Not only are they a non-affiliate, they are a turned up non-affiliate. This non-affiliate just might slap you. Feel what I'm saying? The tuna is not welcome up in the prisons, up in the jails. This much fire, it has to be dedicated to some type of gang. You hear what I'm saying? In my eyes, the tunas are the real leaders. The majority of all the tunas, now I'm not talking about just the regular non-affiliate, I'm talking about a tuna, a turned up non-affiliate. A non-affiliate that'll squabble with anybody from your hood. A non-affiliate that'll go out of town and make his own hood. You hear what I'm saying? I watch these videos, these gangbangers up in LA. They make these videos, right? How to survive in jail. What would happen to a non-affiliate in jail? Why do they not like tunas in jail and things like that? Well, I'm going to make a video for all of the gangbangers. Especially, I'm directing this to the gangbangers in LA, the California gangbangers, being that that's where I'm from, the Bloods, the Crips, and the Parus. How to survive in the world. Yeah, that's what it is. 4 rules in surviving in the world. This is dedicated to all gangbangers from a tuna. I speak for the tunas. Rule number 1, your reputation, all of the fear that you pump in people hard, people know you, your name, your gang name, it's only good in your hood. Once you step outside your hood, you just a regular dude. Now you're gonna have to understand that. You hear what I'm saying? No matter how many bodies you got, the further and further you get away from your hood, the more and more you just become a regular dude. In Ohio, nobody don't give a shit about what you did in Inglewood or what your name is in Inglewood. You hear what I'm saying? Up in Miami. Way further away from your hood. Don't go to Atlanta and Alabama and places like Mississippi with your chest out because you think you're some OG. You are OG in your hood. You are OG up in the California prison systems. But outside of that shit, you just a regular dude. You're gonna have to understand that because you will have a rude awakening. You hear what I'm saying? Number 2. Four rules that you must go by if you a gangbanger, especially a California gangbanger. This will keep you alive in the streets, in the world. Because you got to remember that the majority of people in this world outside of prison and outside your hood is non-affiliates. Oh, and places down south got a lot of tunas, a lot of turned up non-affiliates. Rule number 2. The further you get out of California, man, I'm talking about once you get to places like Phoenix, New Mexico, especially up in Texas, everybody got a gun. You hearing what I'm saying? Every single body got a gun. And the deeper you get into the South and further away from your neighborhood, everybody got a gun. The old man got a gun. The old lady got a gun. The little guy with the glasses got a gun. Everybody got a gun. And they will use them. You hear what I'm saying? This is how you survive up in the world. Because the world is bigger than your little bitty hood that you got your big name in. And the world is bigger than your penitentiary and all of that stuff. Yeah, the tuna and the non-affiliate is outnumbered inside your hood and inside the penitentiary. But let's talk about the big world, because that's what we living in, right? Unless you closed off to your neighborhood and going back and forth to the jailhouse to your neighborhood, then this video ain't for you, because you're going to have a big name in your neighborhood and you're going to have a big name inside the penitentiary. But if you like to venture off and you have an imagination and you like to go places and stuff, you have to understand that don't nobody give a shit about your name outside your hood, and everybody got a gun. You hear what I'm saying? Number 2, how you survive in this world being a gangbanger. Remember that everybody don't fight with guns. I got this saying, right? Mr. Gangbanger, if your only form of offense is guns and intimidation, you already lost. If that's your only offense, guns, yeah, I'm gonna go do a drive-by. Me and my homies, we're gonna shoot and bang and graffiti and intimidation. If that's your only weapon, then you already lost, man. Understand that. That's rule number 3. You hear what I'm saying? That shoot 'em up, bang, bang, it only worked for people who don't know what they doing, who don't know how to transmute negative energy. Somebody asked me, what would happen if a sorcerer, a tuna, a turned up non-affiliate sorcerer got into it with a gangbanger? Who would win? I said the sorcerer would win. Because 9 times out of 10, the only offense that the gangbanger is going to have is a gun and intimidation, his homies and stuff. You hear what I'm saying? Which means that all the sorcerer had to do is just duck away. Remember, we don't live by the same rules. The sorcerer turned up non-affiliate, he could stay in his house all he wanted to. We ain't on the same rules and shit. You say, hey man, meet me outside, I'm on the block. The sorcerer turned up non-affiliate know that that's stupid as hell. So all you gotta do to survive the gangbanger is just duck him a little bit. And while you ducking him, you sending him invisible homies. The invisible bullies. They don't got no defense for that. They can't hide from that. The majority of gangbangers ain't healthy. You hear what I'm saying? You know how many spells you can send on these gangbangers, man? You know how many gangbangers just dropped dead? You know how many gangbangers just dropped dead? How many gangbangers just withered away that's not here no more? And it ain't got nothing to do with gangbanging or nothing like that, that messed with the wrong person? Who would win out of a tuna sorcerer and the gangbanger, just the gangbanger? The tuna sorcerer would. because the gangbanger really don't know shit outside of his program. He gonna be super slipping. He got a program. He's on a program. Remember, this is rule number 3. Everybody don't fight with guns. You hear what I'm saying? All of that guns and violence and that's like Neanderthal. That's primitive. That's like ape type shit. A real trained sorcerer would turn the whole hood against each other. They will just send cannibal spirits. You ever seen a hood that was so strong and all of them just started beefing with each other all of a sudden? I remember when 8-9 East Coast was beefing with 7-6 East Coast. I remember Front Street, one side of Front Street Watch Crip was beefing with the other side of Front Street Watch Crip. And it's like that. I remember when all the Bloods used to get along. Now it's so many Bloods to take each other out. When you walking in your neighborhood and you see things like shoes that's on the telephone poles and stuff like that, that's owned by witches and sorcerers, that neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? The neighborhood watch, the real neighborhood watch. The Freemasons and the sorcerers and the witches and stuff, the grandmamas, the triple OGs. You really think that the gangbangers own the neighborhood and shit? If you low vibing or if you an NPC, you just a damn minion, man. It's some old lady. It's some old grandma. The grandma that got all them badass kids that's from the hood. The one that smoked cigarettes, the brown cigarette. The mean grandma, but the cool grandma. You hear what I'm saying? The OG, the triple OG grandma. That's the witch of the neighborhood. You hear what I'm saying? So rule number 3, to survive in the world. Because remember, like I said, the world is bigger than your little penitentiary politics. You hear what I'm saying? Understand that everybody got guns. Understand this. That 9 times out of 10, a tuna, I'm talking about a real tuna. Man, I know tunas that's black belts, that's triple black belts. I know tunas that'll beat your crip or blood ass. You feel what I'm saying? On the streets where it's fair. I know tunas that got pistols. I know tunas that's up in Texas. I know tunas all around, man, that's born and raised in the hood, but they ain't with that blood and crip shit. And you best believe that you would get your shit knocked off, just like if they was a blood or a crip. How to survive in the world. Like I said, rule number 3. Everybody don't fight with guns and stuff. I've been holding my shoulder like that. Rule number 4. Before I get to rule number 4, let me ask a question. Where the hell is all the Gangstalkers at? I tell you where all the damn Gangstalkers at. You like that cup? This is my chillaxing cup. All the damn Gangstalkers, all the organized Gangstalkers that they hire with the Target cards and all of these ones that just go out and surround you and do all of this street theater and shit like that, the ones that do know about it, they are all at the protest. They gang stalking the damn ICE agents and all of them, and they making, listen to me, if you Latino, if you Hispanic out there, they trying to make y'all killable. In order to be killed, you must be made killable. That comes from the book, From Niggas to Gods. In order to be killed, you have to be made killable. So they get all of these gang stalkers. That's probably another reason I'm waking up feeling good, because this morning I woke up and I felt good. That's why I'm drinking some coffee this morning. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to some damn coffee. I feel good. The gang stalkers. you're not going to be getting gang stalked as much right now by these ones because they have a whole nother agenda. They recruited them to gang stalk the protests, to create street theater. I don't want to say theater. I'm going to say theater. To create street theater. You hear what I'm saying? That's where all the damn gang stalkers are. I'm telling you, they get paid. It switched off of me and you in the average. Now, there's still a couple of gang stalkers out there doing a little mischief and stuff, throwing rocks and hiding their hands and shit. But the average one is at these damn protests. When you look at the news, when you see all these people with the mask on, throwing rocks at the police and doing all that shit, they hired, they agent provocateurs, and them was the same ones that was gang stalking you. There's a video with this one dude, and he's talking about how they sent out a memo and started hiring people right before the protest. And I'm done with that. Number 4, then you can go to the gangbanger, to the crip, to the blood, to the hard dude. I know you think you're hard all in your neighborhood. I know you think that you control people's destiny just because you got homies in the gun. You can look up an address and come to people's house. I know that you think that you got inside your hood. But you have to understand, rule number 4, never ever, and I mean never ever, Mr. Gangbanger. I don't care if you a triple OG from your hood. I don't care if you got 1,000 war stories about being in a penitentiary and stabbing people all in the neck, Mexicans keystering stuff up their butt, all of that, all of the war stories. Rule number 4, then I'll let you go. Don't never ever, and I mean never ever, underestimate a tuna. You hear what I'm saying? Because tuna is a big fish. At first, when I heard the word tuna, I got upset. I'm like, these damn bastards naming us, and we ain't got nothing to do with what they got going on, and they giving us names, and I'm hearing about all of this fight night and shit like that that's happening up in the county jail with non-affiliates, like they abusing people and stuff, and you got the nerve to call me a tuna, and then I started to like it. I like it. Look, I'd rather be called a tuna than a crab. A tuna is bigger than a crab, right? I'm just saying, I'm not dissing or anything. I could say what the hell I want to say because, for one, I'm not dissing. I'm making a point, and whatever you could do, I could do. You feeling what I'm saying? Don't never ever underestimate a tuna, because you would think that a person it's this thing in California that you have to be from a gang to be a man. And if you a little bit extra, like me, I'm a little bit extra. It's just in me. I can't help it. So you think that you gonna help it. It's not going to be like that, man. A lot of people got disappointed. Never, ever underestimate a tuna. So I'm up in the holding tank, up in the Compton courthouse, and we all about to go back to the LA County Jail. The non-affiliates is kind of deep, and it's like tuna non-affiliates, right? Right? It's like about 6 of us, but we not in a crew or a gang or anything like that. It's not like that. I'm actually the guy that pray and meditate up in the jail, right? But I feel I had to make this video. And we up in the holding tank, and it's this dude from Broadway and his other homie. I don't even know where his homie was from. But he was born and raised over there by where I grew up, by Gompers Middle School, right? He went to Gompers, I went to Gompers. And all of a sudden, we was cool, we was talking, And then I knew I was about to get out the next day, right? I already knew because we was coming from court, right? Well, I was about to get out at any time. I actually went back to court, got from court, went to the county jail, got searched, and then I got woke back up like around 3 in the morning or something to get released, right? I already knew. So I was like, hey, bruh, I'm going to give you my burritos if you want them. Because after court, they give us these little microwave burrito things, right? And then he was like, all right. And then I gave them to him, and then he held them up and looked at his homie, and he was like, we got us one. And then his homie looked like where he at? And then he did his head to me like that. And I said, nigga, you got you one of what? Nah, nigga, you got you one of what? I'm like a weird type of guy because it's something up in me that'll click and I'll slap the shit out of your ass and I might get killed. Yeah. I bet you it's somebody out there right now like, nigga, you do that up in the pen, you will get killed. Yeah, I am. But you gonna die first. I'm a blackout and I'm not gonna care about none of that shit. I'm not gonna care about none of the consequences. You mean to tell me I gave you my damn burrito, nigga? I'll open up your mouth and make you eat them. And then I'm going to get jumped. But the first couple of niggas going to die. I promise to God, man. I'm not going to be playing with you. You hear what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care. I just want to be peaceful. I just want to be left alone. If I wanted to live by these damn fucking fake rules that you niggas got, these politics and all this shit, then I would have just been from a game. And you mean to tell me you got the damn nerves to disrespect me like you got one of them? Nigga, I'll stab you in your eye, fool. You don't even understand what I get PC'd up because I'm a tuna. I don't live by your rules. So if you say, hey, he got PC'd up, so what? I got PC'd up for breaking your damn neck. Now, nigga, he was so scared. Him and his homie was so scared. And I really didn't care about the consequences or nothing. Don't play with me. Rule number 4, don't underestimate a tuna. Because tunas know how to get up in cars and load up guns. All of that. All of that. You hear what I'm saying? Don't underestimate. Let me go back over these damn rules on how you gangbanger, how you can survive in this world. Because the world is bigger than your hood. The world is bigger than that damn illusion that you living up in and up in the penitentiaries, up in the county jails. You want to live in a world, right? Then let me tell you the rules. You ain't shit outside your hood. Outside your hood, everybody got guns. The further you get out of California, everybody got guns. You go places down south, they can carry them. I dare you. What? Like that. Like that. I'm a turned up non-affiliate. You hear what I'm saying? Everybody don't fight with no damn guns either. You hear what I'm saying? And never ever underestimate a tuna. Just because this person not from a gang, don't mean he don't pack that thing. He's the turned up non-affiliate. Just look at it like this. The turned up non-affiliate is know the same thing that you know. You hear what I'm saying? He just rolled by himself. And some turned up non-affiliates got a lot of homies too. A lot of other homies. People in the military, ex-military, people with a lot of guns and stuff. Don't get it twisted, man. Don't ever underestimate somebody just because they don't follow your fucking rules. You hear what I'm saying? I think it should be a green light on all the gangbangers. You hear what I'm saying? If you come up in the county jail for taking out somebody of your own, then you should get dealt with. You hear what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you and your situations. Yeah, I'm a tuna. And ain't nobody gonna dim that. Ain't nobody, I don't care what damn hood you from,